Welcome to Blacksburg, Virginia, this picturesque setting, home to the Hokies, a team that prides itself on bringing the lunch pail to work every single week. And wow, do we have a fun one here ahead, a top 10 team walking into this snake pit of an environment just trying to get out alive. This will be fun, as we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, against the 18th ranked team, the Virginia Tech Hokies. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. The Hokies will kick it away to get this game going. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards into the end zone. And the returner will be brought down. So the LSU Tigers with less than ideal field position as they come out for their first possession. And here comes that star wide receiver, certainly one of the focal points of the offense, one of the best in college football. He has that kind of, yeah, I'm him aura. I'm the best player on the field.
The field? But this guy crawled out of the bed, thought he was the best. He's confident, but he carries it as a guide for his team.
Breaks clear, end zone ahead. Out past the 30, the 10. No stopping him, takes it all the way. Touchdown, LSU.
Great job of reading and recognizing the opportunity to get the ball into space to a very skilled receiver, and he does the rest of the work. Talk about yards after the catch. This guy's one of the best in the country.
BAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. They'll return it from inside the 5. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. So the Virginia Tech Hokies offense comes out for their first possession today. Elite defense, Kirk, relying on an elite corner as they try to shut down the passing games. Both guys have skills, and they have the swag to go with it.
Yeah, Chris, I think that's the point is yeah, they have the skills, they have the size, the speed, but I think it's the instincts, just a natural ability to find the football and be able to come up with plays that help their defense get the ball back to their own offense that really separate these two.
And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
Man, the defense was all over that play. Just left him almost no room to work after catching the ball.
Handoff here from the shotgun. Oh, look at the quick cut. And he's brought down there. That run sets up a critical third down play.
29 Philly.
And the quarterback keeps it on the option. He's found some room at the 45. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs. The Hokies looking to run some tempo here.
I mean, is this guy a threat or what? I've been so impressed by what he can do watching him this week on film. I was excited to see him get a chance to show what he could do, not just throwing, but watching him make plays like this.
Backs lined up on either side of the quarterback.
Let's go.
Try to catch the defense with the draw. Fights through a tackle. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down. The Hokies are moving quickly down the field. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. The pickup is 7 yards, now 2nd and 3.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. It was a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Back to pass. It's Lawrence. Pass caught. Can he get in? And he scores. Touchdown, Virginia.
That kind of play is almost impossible to defend. When the quarterback is throwing the ball with that kind of accuracy and timing, and the receiver runs a route like this, good luck trying to stop it. So maybe this is a great start for this combination of this quarterback and receiver for a big day.
The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. He'll bring it out from his end zone. And The ball spotted at the 17. Would have been better off just taking a knee. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. Last time out, a one-play touchdown drive through the air. Can he keep it going here? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. They finally get him down, but a solid gain on that screen pass. Good call there.
It's a great completion here. Quarterback puts this ball on the money. And when you talk about LSU and you talk about the history, it's easy to bring up Joe Burrow in 2019. But Chris, you've been following this as long as I have. You know that when LSU is really dangerous, they get consistent play from the quarterback. It doesn't have to be Burrow, but just a guy that can be efficient, be a good leader, and complement the running game. And right now you're starting to see that from this team. Good completion. Now, can you do it consistently? Because if you can, with the athletes they have around that position, they become a real threat.
They come to the line. A long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Checks this down to the running back. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down.
Boy, it's so easy to get caught up into the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Receiver makes the catch. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route with him. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Breaks free. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And the extra point goes up and good. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And the Virginia Tech offense is back out on the field. In the last possession, the defense just had no answer for this powerful ground game. Let's see what they can do this time. He'll try a pass here. And it's incomplete. Comes up a little short on that throw.
Chris, we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. Sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job consistently protecting the quarterback, and it all comes down to the offensive line.
And is intercepted. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
The offensive coordinator begins this drive with excellent field position. First down, looking to throw the ball. Oh, nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass.
Well, Chris, I can tell you as a quarterback, there's nothing more frustrating than a big defensive lineman who's good at swatting the ball. Because if they don't do it, oftentimes you got an open receiver and a completion.
Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but man, make the play, bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. They stop him, but it's a first down.
Not your normal call in short yardage, but the toss works really well here. Big people out front being physical, pick up the first down.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. Doesn't quite get in, but it sets up a first and goal for this offense. This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Well, no surprise for an offense this good. Short field, quick touch.
get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And the coverage team brings him down at the 26. And the Hokies offense is back out on the field. This offense trying to bounce back. The last possession ended in a pick. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Scrambling around now, looking downfield. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete. Important second down play coming up. And they'll run it with the draw play. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they don't block the defensive end and shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
We'll see if this game gets out of hand before halftime, the crucial second quarter. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down.
3:25.
Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. On the junior. Gets home making a sack there. The Hokies will line up to boot it away. That's the first punt of the afternoon for this offense. But he's got some space here. And he's going to head out of bounds, but not before picking up some good yardage on the return. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. They've really built momentum in this game. It's been hard to stop. Can the defense make some adjustments, come up with a stop here? Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
Well, that's the kind of play right there that this defense has been looking for. Maybe that'll spark them because, let's face it, this game has not gone the way they had hoped. But a play like that sometimes can create some momentum and change the complexion of the football game.
The sack sets up a second down and very long. It's a deep throw down the right sideline. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's third down.
Most offensive coaches, they're going to be happy taking those 50-50 shots against man. But I'm curious to see if they're going to test this defensive back again because of the excellent coverage he's having out there.
The offense facing a tough conversion here. Third and long from the 42. Beautiful catch right near the sideline. Gets the foot down.
Well, this is why this guy's one of the top wide receivers in college football. It's third down. The defense knows you're probably going to go to him, and they still can't stop him from coming down with a big play.
caught behind the line. It's Patchett.
Well, wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Looking to pass here on second down. Makes the catch downfield. Brought down just short of the end zone. It'll be first and goal from the 1.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU. And they'll set up now for the extra point try. The extra point makes it 28-7. Now they get set to kick it away. Return starts from inside the 5. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Virginia Tech offense is back out on the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. First play of the drive, they come out throwing. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They bring him down, but a solid game there on first down. Looks to be just inches short of the marker.
Well, the quarterback has just too much time against this zone. There's not enough pressure allowing him to sit back and pick apart this zone defense.
Second down after that previous play. The shotgun handoff here. There's the tackle, but first down yardage. The Hokies hustle to the line to crank up the tempo.
Boy, good tough running here by this Virginia Tech running back. The offensive line did their job to give him just enough room there to be able to get vertical and pick up valuable yards and keep this drive alive.
A completion makes it second and short. Looking to pass. It's Lawrence. He's running out of time here. He's moving out of the pocket. He's marked out of bounds after an excellent gain, but there is a flag on the field. This one might be coming back. Defense. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. The Hokies getting set on first and 10. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Looking to scramble. He's going to take off. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
The Hokies pick up enough yardage for a fresh set of downs. No huddle now for the offense. And in first down, they go right back to him. And they stop him at the 4 after an excellent run.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get...
Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Hokies. Let's see if the scorecard can breathe a little bit of life into this team.
And I know it's only one touchdown, but it could go a long way in changing just the tone of this game, especially once we get into the second half.
The extra point is good. Still a 2-touchdown deficit, 28-14. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Using his legs on the scramble. Breaking free at the 35. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
Just trucks through the defender. It's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. The offense is clicking, and the defense just searching for answers now. And looking to throw now on first down. Bringing pressure. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain.
Boy, the defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
That's a fly to the wideout. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
The pocket breaking down. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Well, Chris, that's a great example of why we see these college football coaches bringing in baseball coaches to teach these quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy? Make sure he doesn't get hurt. That's exactly what he did on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and then pick up the first down.
Offense right to the line, playing with tempo now. Off-play action. He's looking to throw. He's escaping the pocket now. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit. Offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy.
Defense does a great job of taking everything away downfield. This quarterback wanted to take a shot, but nothing is there. The only problem is they didn't account for him taking off and running, so he picks up the first down.
LSU now operating in the red zone. They'll switch it up, looking to throw. Receiver makes the grab. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to three receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Second down, looking to throw it. That's a bullet, but it's incomplete. Crucial. Third down coming up in the red zone. Can you keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for three? That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on fourth and short.
Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. He's swarmed with a pass rush, a sack to end this drive.
That's really good coverage downfield, and it just looked like the quarterback was waiting and waiting and waiting a little bit too long. By the time he decides to try to make a throw, nothing's open. The result is a sack and a turnover on downs.
And the Virginia Tech offense is back out on the field. He scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments. And they've got him. It's a sack for the defense.
Chris, that's on the offensive line right there. They definitely have to be feeling responsible because it's almost like you didn't protect your little brother back there.
Second and long for this offense after the sack. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Blacksburg. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. For now, let's get back to the guys in the booth to start up this second half.
And they'll kick it off to begin the second half. He's going to return it from near the goal line. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And the Hokies offense is back out on the field. Dropping back, it's Lawrence. And the pass is incomplete.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Makes a quick catch.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Dump off caught by the running back. They don't convert. In fact, he's tackled for a loss on that third down play. And the Hokies will line up to punt it away. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. And the returner will be brought down. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. Last time out there, they got stopped on fourth down, but it didn't cost them anything. Let's see what the mindset is here. Grab down the middle. It's Banks. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Here comes a first down pass attempt. And he'll loft it to the end zone. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it. So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. He's moving out of the pocket now. He's going to put it down and run. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
I love that this guy's not willing to just give up on plays. You know, he's got enough athletic ability to give you some positive yards in the run game, and he's able to do that right here.
Toss it to the back, running left. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
And this big crowd doing everything possible to inspire this defense down here near the goal line. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in and stretches this defense out wide, it can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Great job of the defense so far. It's 3rd and goal from a long way out. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. But it's incomplete, and that will now bring up 4th down.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over, and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
Now the offense will call a timeout here. Something they didn't like about what they saw there. Wanting to make an adjustment before this critical down. They pass up the chip shot field goal attempt. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. And it's a sack. They gamble and go for it, but the defense a huge stop on 4th and goal.
Instead of getting points here and going for the field goal, this offense decides to get aggressive, and the offensive line gives up the sack. It looked like they miscommunicated. The defense, to their credit, is able to get after the quarterback, and they come up with not only a stop, but now they get the ball back themselves.
Getting set. Here's second down. Defensive backs up at the line, showing press. To the air. It's Lawrence. And he's going to float this one to the right side. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. The Hokies looking to crank up the tempo a bit.
Hey, when you got a wide receiver like this, you got to give him chances downfield to make plays, and they did that there for a nice gain.
He hands it off from the gun. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
The Hokies are going to keep this drive rolling. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up. Offense getting set. It's second down. And here's the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Fires it to the wideout. He's got it for a big gain. Out of bounds, but not before a big game. This offense is ripping the defense apart today.
Chris, is it possible to be DBU and wide receiver U at the same time? I think the LSU fans think it's possible. They always seem to have great defensive backs, and they always have pass catchers that just show up and show out week after week, year after year.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Looking for the wideout. The freshman with a little too much air under that one. Now it's 3rd and short from the 24. One of those line of scrimmage battles that could help decide this game. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Catch made, a lot of space now. Touchdown Tigers. This offense really clicking. That's another strike from this quarterback, Kirk. He is having himself a day.
This guy's just having one of those days you dream about against this secondary. Let's also give credit to the wide receivers doing a nice job of getting open, and the big fellas up front for giving him enough time to throw.
Fields it just outside the goal line. Tackle at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. This should be the last play of the quarter. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And the tackle is made as time runs out in the 3rd quarter. And so far, we've been treated to a duel of big play wide receivers. These guys have been putting on a show, piling up the highlights through 3 quarters. And now entering the final period of play, is there an epic comeback in store? We're going to find out. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. To throw, it's Lawrence. Launching downfield. And he's got it. Tackle made after a big gain. The Hokies will hustle to the line to crank the tempo.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch. He gets the first down in the process.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Breaks the tackle to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. And the senior quarterback puts a little bit too much on the throw. They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. And it's incomplete again. Fourth down coming up.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on third down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big fourth down coming in.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And it's incomplete as he just overthrew his receiver that time. 7th play of the drive coming up. Looking to throw yet again. Fires it on the move. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. The defense will wrap him up after a 7-yard gain. It'll bring up fourth down. Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field trying to chip away at this. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And it's caught. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. Archie Charter defense coverage. Got a timeout as the coach wants the officials to take another look. He thinks he might have a shot at getting this overturned. So the challenge doesn't work. That'll cost the head coach a timeout. We'll see if that comes into play later in the ballgame. See if they can convert the point after. PAT cuts it to a 14-point game, 35-21. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And he takes this from inside the 5. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. The game is 5, so it's 2nd and 5 now.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Play action fake, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
You know, they've got a lead here late in the game, and the play calling, I think, shows you how much confidence they have in this quarterback. He's had a pretty clean game today, and this decision to still throw the ball with the lead shows you that they believe he's going to make the right decisions and make accurate throws.
And it's incomplete. He dropped the first down pass over the middle. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. No shot to bring him down. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So, nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back. Third down coming up after that running play.
They'll work the clock here with the running game. Tackle to the 28. This offense threatening now. Another first down.
You know, individually, this guy hasn't necessarily had a great day, but I'll tell you what, he's still grinding out these little yards, and here he picks up a first down to help his team try to find a way to win this football game.
Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
You're starting to see this defense, I think, wear down now that we're in the fourth quarter. It's been a tough day for them, and the offense is taking advantage of it. A lot of positive plays. Good job at eating as much clock as they can here on this drive in the fourth quarter.
Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. Good enough for first down yardage.
Chris, that's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Gonna run it. It's Banks. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. The junior able to bring him down quickly. Now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. A pop pass on the jet sweep. He stopped short of the marker, so it's 4th down now. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. The offense just 1 for 3 on 4th down tries today. Here comes a 4th attempt. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a 1st and goal now.
A nice little simple touch pass here by the quarterback, getting the ball out to the receiver who's in motion. Look, that doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. And no offense is ever going to say no to moving the chains.
They'll try the option play here. They'll toss it to the back. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Now the important point after attempt. Extra point up and good. A 3-touchdown lead now here in the final quarter. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And here's the return from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Virginia Tech offense is back out on the field. At this point, there's not much you can do except play for pride. The guys up front lined up. It's first down. He'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he nearly picked it off. Had all kinds of daylight in front of him if he'd held on. It's going to be second down. The offense with 5 receivers now, empty backfield. And he's back to throw again on second down. And the defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give your...
And he throws his 3rd interception of the day. Brought down after a short return, but the pick sets up the offense at the 39.
Well, that interception really about cost them the game here. And I understand. You got to do everything you can to get back in it, down by a couple scores. But the interception, for the most part, seals the deal for the defense.
And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
That's the mark of a well-coached team. These guys don't even pay attention to the score. They're just out there executing and churning up yards. Good, solid run there as this clock continues to wind down. This offense has had a great day.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. And the pass is dropped incomplete with it. Had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball. An important 3rd down attempt for this offense. Quarterback drops back. Quick throw to his receiver. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain. First down, looking to throw the football. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hold on here. We do have a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Will that holding penalty be a drive killer? And they stop the clock with a timeout, 9 seconds remaining.
On the double.
Second down play coming up. Play action fake, looking to throw. There's a shot toward the end zone. And it's incomplete. Just 5 seconds left on the clock now. Now it's third and short from the 21. Defense trying to make a stand here and prevent a touchdown. Pressure is coming. Caught quickly. The tackle is made. The clock runs out, and that will do it. Well, this head coach told us we prepared well. We're ready. I'd be shocked if we didn't go out and play well. And he had a good read on his team. That's a big win.
This team was incredibly well prepared, and schematically, I liked a lot of the things they did to counter how the defense was attacking them. Sometimes games can be won and lost thanks to a good game plan, and we saw how it made a big difference today.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Street, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.